Hello everyone, this is Zach here. Good morning. Just want to do a quick sound check, please. Okay, is my sounds coming okay? By typing a 1 for me, please. Okay, so hopefully my sound and screen is working. All right. So today again we're going to look into some potential stocks for us to monitor for upcoming next week or maybe a few weeks from now. So definitely currently for KLSE market have been moving quite nicely for at least like 2 or 3 weeks already. So again, first thing first, be careful on the main pullback is coming. Okay, so let's check this out first. Okay, before we continue to look into our stock. Actually, I got some stock trade that I prepared from last Friday. Okay, I do some homework on last Friday. So hopefully, we can spot some things that is nice for us to focus. So okay, now again, first thing first, usually I will look into this page over here for members. If let's say later on, if you're watching this recording, again, this is some of the few steps that I think is very important, okay, to look into. Okay, hello Kumaran. All right, so thank you for joining me. So again, usually this is some of the things that I will do personally for myself. So again, here, green pentagons. Okay, so KLSE have been moving from this since this green pentagon. I think here is around 1420 around there. Okay, now currently around like 150. Okay, hello Bailan, thank you for joining me this morning. So again, like I say, we want to trade along with the green pentagon, especially on the sectors indices, so that our chance is better. Okay, again, we are looking for a short-term tradings, right? So Singapore also moving pretty well. Only Hong Kong seems like making a big pullback, but I think this is going into back to this accumulation area. Okay, so for those that who want to trade on Hong Kong counters, take notes, okay, for the next green pentagon in HKEX. Okay, so I think this is just a kind of like normal pullback. Okay, normally during accumulation, you won't goes up like this. Okay, a V recovery. So V recovery for me most of the time is a little bit more weakness or maybe more volatile. Sometimes it's pump and dump style. So we prefer to see like this: a big drop goes up. Okay, a drop again, but this drop is somehow holding well nicely. Goes up, drop. Okay, goes up, drop, or maybe a shakeout, then finally the market move. Okay, so again, expect the same things also in KLSE. Okay, let's go back to KLSE. We go back to 6-month chart over here, right? The price drop here. Okay, maybe it will hit somewhere around this level, which is the pure support area. Okay, maybe it will make a small pullback and goes up. Okay, so again, watch your stop loss very, very closely. Okay, because you want to have more capital, okay, on the next round. All right. So moving forward, also, I think I'll share a little bit more on US market also, because for me, US market, if I follow my TikToks there, okay, I'll post more on the US market moving forward, because US market, for me, they work very, very well if let's say you are looking for long-term investing, okay, especially if you want to use the weekly chart. Okay, so let me share with you before I go to KLSE, but today is more on KLSE, just that I want to share with you some of things that personally we do, how coaches do, or personally myself I'm doing right now. So for me, US market, I rarely trade because first of all, now let me be honest with you, because first of all, the daily chart activities is a little bit different with Malaysian market, with Hong Kong market and Singapore market. Okay, because sometimes if you notice they gap up, they will feel they gap lower, they can close up higher. Okay, so sometimes a bit for me it's a bit difficult to get the momentum in the daily basis. But if you switch to weekly chart, actually most of the green pentagon is actually able to highlight very nicely where's the potential big movement. Okay, so if you look into AMD, this is some of the area over here. Of course, some of the green pentagon didn't really work, but at least you know your losses, actually your risk to rate is pretty good. What can I say? Okay, this is the very good risk to account trades. So this green pentagon over here, let me just draw it over here. Okay, it can actually break above and it actually close over. So when it turns to red pentagon and close this green pentagon, now that is your cut loss point. Okay, remember in one of the section, I think somewhere around last year, if I'm not mistaken, when we do the US market for long-term investing, we use the weekly green pentagon. Okay, so this is exactly the similar patterns I'm using. Okay, so the last green pentagon from AMD, this is back to last year June. Okay, and they actually make I think it's around 80% kind of movement. Okay, before they pull back and drop further again. Okay, and after like almost 6 months, okay, now currently they finally turns back to green pentagons. Okay, for AMD. Right, so again, this is for those who are looking for somehow like long term if you want to invest in US market. I think it's good to use the weekly chart to explore, using the weekly chart. So some of the counters that I like, XOXX, this is the semiconductor ETF. Okay, so this is again the past green pentagon. It didn't work, but again, as a VSA trader, okay, if you realize this is a bit similar like what? Similar like buying climax. Okay, so somehow you have some of the members, if you have attended the masterclass section, our weekly trading, monthly trading, some of this thing you have to apply as well. Okay, so if let's say you see buying climax, maybe you want to wait for pullback. Okay, if you enter somewhere around pullback, if let's say drop further, yeah, at least your losses is very, very small. Okay, but if you look into like past green pentagon over here also, this one making a very good movement. Okay, around 72%, and now also last month, okay, this is back to July, they started to turn back to the green pentagon. Okay, so I kind of like semiconductor ETF overall. Okay, so yeah, so probably this is some of the counters that I would invest, okay, moving forward. So again, XLK, green pentagon, the past green pentagon also works very, very well in the US market. Okay, around 37% here also. Here to here, around 30%. Okay, so for me, maybe I'm around like 20, 25, 30% within a few months for long term. I think it's good too. Okay, now let's go back to the KLSE market. Okay, sorry about that, because I just want to share with some members, the opportunity you can do right now. What's the things that you can do right now? Okay, not only focus purely on KLSE. We know that KLSE is super volatile, right? Sometimes it can up for 3 months, but within 1 month it can drop back to the bottoms again. Hello, Yo, good morning. Okay, thank you for joining me this morning. So that's why I think especially for members, if let's say you got a bigger fund, okay, maybe allocate some of the US market, right? I think like Sifu Martin do, he allocate most of the counters for long-term US markets. You can do that too. Okay, now again, let's go back to here again. If you have joined me I think it's last Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. Last Sunday, we got this section also, where we pick some of the stock. I think one of the counters we pick is MMSB and VIX Dynamic into this so-called the documents over here. Okay, now some counters already moved, some didn't really move. Of course, those already moved already, like VIX Dynamic, MMSB already removed from this list over here. Now this is the list that actually this is from last Sunday, correct? So last Sunday, around 7 August, we do have this section over here. Okay, some counters already break, some is still holding very, very nicely. Okay, and this is the latest list. Okay, again, a pretty long list. You don't need to follow everything. Okay, for me, I always like to have the patterns that I'm looking into. Okay, then I only choose, okay, what kind of counters that I want to focus. Okay, so most of the time, again, some of the criteria I'm using personally, I would trade above 20 cents. Okay, sometimes it's 50 cents. Again, depending on the market, I cannot really like have a fixed one. If let's say market is somehow a little bit like weak sideways, I prefer to choose above 50 cents. If let's say, for example, got momentum right now, maybe 20 cents. All right. So let's say, for example, my portfolio, I can only have 6 stocks in a portfolio. Okay, again, one thing you need to remember, you don't whack everything in 20 cents counters. All right, so for example, if let's say your counters, okay, again, just want to share with you how I select. Some member ask, hey, is that you got 30 stocks over here, how to buy? Right, for example, your counters, right, you have 6. Okay, you got 6 stocks. Okay, your allocation, you can have 6 stocks. Okay, now maybe you already enter 1, 2, 3, and 4 counters. Okay, these 4 counters all is penny counters. 0.1 cents, 0.2 cents, 0.3 cents, and 0.25 cents. Okay, so you don't buy again penny stocks over here. Okay, because if let's say market pull back, then your portfolio will be hit, okay, quite badly. Okay, again, type a A for me if you follow so far. Type a A if okay. Okay, type a A if okay. Right. So what I do is that most of the time I'll see the type of portfolio I'm having. So let's say I got lots of penny counters. Maybe I choose something is above 50 cents, 1 ringgit. Okay, like I think like Red Tag, maybe Solar Rest at 70 cents. Okay, to look for stocks to trade. The other thing is that you don't trade in the same sectors. Okay, don't trade like this is technology, this is technology, this is technology, this is technology. Okay, then the two maybe you want to consider, okay, other counters. Okay, all right, so thank you for the replies there. So all right, yeah, this is some of things that personally I'm doing. Okay, so that's why I have a long list. Okay, if let's say I miss this, okay, I can go for this, I can go for this, I can go for this. Okay, so all right, it's a pretty long list. Okay, so what I think we should what I do is that I go randomly over here, okay, and I will share with you some of the counters that personally actually I want to look for the entry, okay, next week. Okay, so let's put it over here. We can put it like side by side. Okay, now again, do bear in mind this list of stocks. Okay, first of all, are very important. Okay, this is not buy call. Okay, this is not buy call. So some counter actually I'm trading, some is not. Okay, so if you really want to enter some of the trade from this list over here, make sure you go your own trading plan. I do have mine, like Western Tech, cut below line change, I cut. Okay, that's all. Okay, so now the other thing is that all these counters here, okay, I'm using trade reset screener to look for it. Okay, there are two things I look for it only. So first, I'm looking for LC. Okay, can any members here share with me what is the things that I'm looking for? Okay, by using LC screener. Okay, hopefully members, you'll know the trick. So line change, good for pullback. Okay, line change, good for pullback. All right, so most of counters here I screen using line change. Okay, now the other one is NS. Okay, NS support. Okay, if you want to look for counters that maybe they already started to pull back with support. Okay, or maybe they are building around the support areas. Okay, so I use that. All right, but lately I have to admit, I use more line change with pullback because again, stocks come with momentum. All right, so I use that. So the other one is Shakeout. Okay, I use the Pentagon. Okay, but anyway, you use line change or Pentagon, you will get the Shakeout stocks. Okay, but Shakeout, like it or not, mostly already Shakeout completed. Okay, if you have followed my section here last month, technology all is Shakeout completed. That's why now slowly moving up higher. Okay, Inari, Dufu, Tech, they already completed the Shakeout. Okay, if you look into counters like Adaran, okay, any members got Adaran? I think I shared this to the members group. Okay, it's not a big movement now. Like I say, for Shakeout trades, I cannot promise you every time Shakeout you break out, but at least you get some things. Okay, most of the time at least you get some things. Okay, from here to here, resistance 10%. Okay, but based on the volume, I think got chance. Okay, now this is what we call the Shakeout. Okay, this is what we call the Shakeout. Okay, recently lots of Shakeout, but mostly completed. Okay, it's only you need to look for it. I think the other one is CBIP. I think this one also I shared to the members group also. Okay, but this is not like really a shakeout patterns, but it's somehow still the same also. It dropped below, pushing back, now seems like sideways over here. All right, Can 1, okay, again some of the boring counters, but you at least can get something out of it. Okay, some of the boring counter, but you still can get something. Okay, so here to the resistance. Okay, but for info, if let's say member following this, I already exit most of my counters for Can 1 because of the uptrust. Okay, because it cross resistance, uptrust. Okay, but it's okay for me also around 10%. All right, so DG. Okay, some of the boring counters, but at least you can get something. Okay, I think DG I'm still holding because I think, I don't know, I just think, okay, I might be wrong. Based on the closing and the volume on the increasing bar on the last 3 candles, they might got a chance to make a pullback. Okay, now this is a shakeout patterns. Okay, notice here, make a 1 week shakeout. Okay, trying to cross. Okay, now around 5%. Okay, a small profit, but at least got something. Okay, now when coming, this one I still holding. Okay, I still think that maybe they are doing a little bit of shakeout because of the gap here, low volume. Okay, but shakeout yet to complete it. So for those that who haven't entered for this counter, again, not doing any buy call, you watch out for the shakeout completed. Okay, again, type of B, if you understand what is shakeout. Okay, members, do you know what is shakeout? Sorry, you don't want to ask member over here if let's say you are members. Or maybe some of our friends over here, do you know what is shakeout patterns? Do you know how to identify shakeout patterns? If not, you just let me know, because tomorrow our weekly member training, maybe I'll cover that. Okay, it's one of the, I can say one of the very useful patterns, okay, for me to, identify where is the, how to say, trade between the support and resistance. Okay, now this counter I didn't trade. I actually identify this counter, catch out together with DG and Chem1. Okay, but in the end, I go for this counter because this counter is 20 cents. Because that time when I identify these counters, market is still a bit 50-50, right? So I go to Chem1 and DG. Okay, but this one is a bit illiquid. So one of the reasons why they entered. Okay, but anyway, the pattern is pretty good. Okay, so here, if you notice, complete the shakeout. Okay, thank you for the reply. So here to the resistance, okay, it gives you around like 18-17%. Okay, but again, like I say, because of the time when I spot these counters over here together with Chem1 and the DG, the market still 50-50. Okay, didn't show a very good strength. So that's why I just, okay, this is 20 cents on the trade. I trade the other two. Okay, now again, let's go to the list over here. Hopefully you understand what we are doing. Okay, right now. So again, I'm just going to random select from these counters over here to see, okay, what's the things that we're going to look into next week. Okay, so now one of the things that I think I don't have any specific counters that I like over here, but definitely Resintech I already entered, and I kind of satisfied with the closing on Friday. Okay, not a very fantastic closing, but at least in the green bar with volume increasing. Okay, so let's look into the weekly chart over here. Sorry, the hourly chart. Now, if you notice, hourly chart also completed like a small type of a shakeout. Okay, one round over here and one round over here. Okay, so hopefully next week we will see some pretty good movement. If you look into daily chart, normally what I like is that the stocks again coming down from the downtrend. Okay, we know all the stock coming from downtrend. This is what happened for the since beginning of this year. Okay, downtrend, now making a reversal. Now, very important, let me repeat again, this reversal, you have to come with volume. If reversal come with low volume, sometimes it goes up, but usually I prefer to look for those that come with high volume. Okay, so if you notice, counters like Pullback increasing volume, Wix Dynamic increasing volume, MMSV increasing volume. Currently, Resintech, I think they are increasing volume. Okay, so here we got around like 3-4 candles increasing volume. The red candles with low volume. Okay, and the closing on Friday come with increasing volume. So again, I don't know, probably the price will still sideways. Okay, probably price is still sideways. So let's see how it goes. Okay, now another things that I think now let me share with you. Remember all this. Let me close my screen here. Okay, I just want to share with you some things that we are doing right now, but maybe by next month, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, I think next month, right, we will share with members more about these things. Okay, so let me open up this first. Okay, let me share again. Okay, we are planning to do one member section. Okay, for those that who is in KL. It's not here. Okay, let me just close again. Sorry, give me a few minutes. This is for members that, if let's say sometimes you still not sure, okay, what is the support, what is the right entry to look into. We are building something for you. Okay. Okay, yeah, I think this is the one. Okay, let's try. Okay, let me share my screen again. Okay, hopefully you can see the screen. Okay, but this one I think we need to do some back testing again, hopefully by next month. Okay, next month we will release this to member. Okay, so we're gonna plan a members day together with members, then we're gonna release this. Okay, so this one actually is our own trade based chart over here. Of course, this is based on daily, but if you notice, there are a few changes that we are doing right now. First is that we add support 1 over here. Okay, again, we are using the training plan from BSA 360 and the resistance. Okay, so this is the next resistance. This is a GUH counter, by the way. Okay, now few things also. This is the new things that we added. Case this is so-called the ideal approach. So what it means is that sometimes the counters actually going up higher and higher, right? So impossible, you want to use the initial support, which is from here, the S1. If let's say you enter here, it drop, you have a big losses. So what we do is that we added this ideal approach. So this is a bit equals to pullback. Okay, if you notice, the stock actually make a 2-day pullbacks kind of close with the line before they move up higher. Okay, and this counters actually Kushaliv the other day entered last Friday. Okay, because it's following this method over here. Okay, I want to enter, but unfortunately my capital is a bit tight already. Okay, mostly in the market last Friday. So in the end, it didn't enter for GUH. Okay, but from here, if you notice that, okay, if you enter somewhere in this range, okay, not to ask you to enter exactly at the range, okay, but ask you to enter, okay, close with the range. Okay, so first it lower down your risk your risk that you're taking per trades. Second, it increase your reward. Okay, here to here, right, and here to here. Okay, so this is a few things that up and coming, that's new features that we will share with members soon. Okay, in our members over there. Okay, but probably around like next month, I think, because now we are still doing a little bit of back testing. Okay, so that at least whenever you look into your counters, sometimes you know that, okay, yeah, should I look into enter this area for low risk, or maybe this area for low risk? Okay, something like that. Okay, so all right, over resting tag I think is okay, moving sideways. Okay, we got an NS. Okay, let me just clear this up a little bit. So we got NS and SP very close with the support level. Okay, so let's look into the others. The other one is definitely is MCOM MY. Okay, I think they come with a very nice NS at the bottom after doing a pullback. Now this is slightly a more advanced pullback method, because they make a big pullback, a deeper pullback with the red pentagons. Okay, so that's why it's very important always to monitor for the line change high volume area. So this is the area that usually you build a potential support, or maybe an NS area. Okay, again, going back to the screen that I showed just now, actually that is the method we use, okay, to look for the upcoming pullback areas. Okay, so here we got one NS, okay, very nicely, and right exactly at the screen pentagon. Okay, so slowly moving up with increasing volume, kind of remind me of like counter like SolarWest also. Okay, if you look into SolarWest, they're actually kind of like similar patterns with Ancom MY. Okay, so take on resistance. This is 98.5 cents. Resistance around 1.06. Okay, so you calculate whether this is giving you a very good risk reward or not before you enter. Okay, let's try. I think K Power also making a very nice line change the other day, last week. Okay, so you're going up higher, volume increasing. Now, if you notice, also pay close attention right here is a COC. I think I listed out 6 or 7 COC stocks last week to the members groups there. So this is one of them, K Power. So the price is moving up at the moment. Okay, so what you want to do is that you want to look into the hourly chart, whether the hourly chart come with a healthy COC or not. Okay, if you want to trade K power. Okay, looks like everything's still pretty okay lah, pretty normal, pretty healthy at the moment. Okay, based on the hourly chart for K power. Okay, or any other counters you want to look into from this list over here. Okay, the other one is evergreen. Like I said, just going to random select. But I just want to share with you members is that, again, the techniques that I use is the same. Okay, line change, NS, Pentagon. Okay, you need to look into like past, 10, 20 days. Okay, I think 5 days is good enough. But if you are those like hardworking a little bit, okay, you can go for up to 10 days. Okay, so I'm using the same methods. So what I do sometimes during the trading hour, if I want to look for new stock ideas, I go to line change screener, NS screener, then I go back to past 5 days, 10 days, okay, to look for it. Okay, so evergreen, I think it's got lots of potential over here. So here we got, okay, let me write this down. Over here we got 2 NS. Okay, so let's say NS area you want to pay attention to, because this is a potential area that, it may show there's a support areas. Okay, so here we draw this line. Okay, and what you get? Okay, you get a shakeout, right? So again, one of the criteria for shakeout is that you need to see increasing volume pushing it back, okay, to the support areas. Okay, now these few candles over here become narrow, but volume is also decreasing, but it's not the lowest. So far at the top, no sound weakness, okay, no uptrust. Okay, so if you look into GUH, I think it's GUH. Okay, yeah, GUH also something like this. Okay, notice here, there's one counter I cannot remember. I think it's Huatai. Right here got NS, shakeout, push it back. Okay, try to goes up higher. Okay, let's try Huatai lah. I think it's Huatai. Is it Huatai? Oh, sorry, not Huatai. Big. Okay, yeah, I think it's big. Okay, here. Notice here NS. So sometimes the previous NS can be used as support as well. Okay, so here, shakeout, right? And trying to break up higher. Okay, so that's why I'm following evergreen. Okay, again, probably I'm wrong. Okay, so let's see. Let's see how it goes later on. Okay. Now for let's try okay, Yin say Hyaptech. Okay, Hyaptech I'm still holding lah. A bit disappointed the other day it didn't break up higher. Okay, I was expecting a follow through, but it didn't make a follow through. So on the closing on Friday, it came with high volume over here. So again, my support is pretty simple. This LC. So let's say Monday it closed over. That's it. I'm going to exit. Okay, so because the other day also I thought that okay, this is a nice COC, and I thought you're gonna make a follow through already, but unfortunately high volume come in, it failed. So this line change over here is my cut loss point. Okay, so let's say drop further Monday, yes, I'm gonna exit with losses. All right, so but so far, but I don't like the high volume, to be frank. So yeah, I'm gonna watch closely on this counters on tomorrow, next Monday over there. Okay, because sometimes what happens is that it's not that it will drop to distribution. Okay, so sometimes it will like drop further here, retest before it goes back up. Okay, so one of the counter is I think is 9 lakhs. I think same things happen to 9 lakhs also. Is it 9 lakhs? Okay, I cannot recall what's the counter. HB Global. Okay, sometimes what happens is that they'll go back to the they'll go slightly lower, okay, to the main support, retest, and goes up higher. Okay, not HB Global. I can't recall what's the counters. Okay, now let's look into the GradTech. Okay, we will take a look into a few more counters, then probably we'll close this section over here. Now for technology, interesting, okay, because they completed a small pullback for me. Okay, now let's go back to this dashboard over here. We go to sector indices. Okay, now if you realize currently got 3 sectors, it's in green pentagon, but let me share with you some of the tricks again you need to learn over here. Now sometimes red pentagon appear because of a big drop in the market, okay, because of weak market. But sometimes let's say it's a wash. Okay, if let's say the weak market is a wash, the price will close up immediately. right? So if you notice, same goes to green pentagon. So let's say you see green pentagon, the price is positive, which means this is a successful green pentagon. Because sometimes you see green pentagons already, but the next few days they drop, okay, and it turns to negative over here. So this is the failed green pentagon you don't want to follow. All right. For red pentagon, similar also, when you see red pentagon, technically the price of the percentage should be negative. Okay, because red pentagon is down bar. Okay, red, the price should go lower. But if let's say it's positive, which means there is a shakeout. Okay, the reasons why it didn't turn back to green pentagon because of the candle haven't fulfilled the criteria yet, or maybe the volume haven't fulfilled the criteria yet. Okay, so again, if you click on technology, okay, I think it's a wash over here. So yeah, how to put to 3 months? Okay, 3 months. Okay, hopefully you can see this. So here we got green pentagons, right? Now red pentagon, and here is a shakeout. Now notice this candle here, the volume is higher, so that's why chances for them to break this resistance is also pretty good. Now if you look into most of the tech counters, okay, during this week market on 10th of August, okay, because today I think got some, I can't recall what news already, but mostly drop, but mostly actually turns to spring. Okay, first they turn to spring. Second things, they gap up. Okay, which means the next day the interest is strong. Okay, the interest is strong. So if you look into week's dynamic, okay, if from a spring also, the next day it gap up. Okay, so first spring is removal of weekend holders. All right, and if let's say confirmation, the next day gap up, which means that smart money are still keen and interested. Okay, I think MMSP also having these patterns because I'm monitoring these two counters. Okay, here it didn't turn to spring lah. Okay, but it's again, you can see the tail at the bottom, right? And the next day close up higher with increasing volume. So I think GradTech, similar patterns. Okay, but again, they haven't break the resistance yet. But if you look closely in these areas, it looks like they are having a shakeout too. Okay, lots of upthrust. The price is trying to trade above all the upthrusts. Okay, I don't know, maybe we can aim somewhere around here. Okay, again, you need to have your trading plan. Okay, again, for members, use the dashboard to do it. So Dofu, here we got one spring, gap up. Okay, let's see whether they can break this resistance or not, because this is the main resistance they need to cross. Okay, Dofu, front can. Okay, front can, we got a nice spring also on the week markets day. That's why during week market, okay, during week market, not bear market, bear market, all drop like 5%, 10%, 50%. But week market is like, morning it dropped, but towards the closing, it closed up back. Okay, something like that, right? So it's a good day for you to explore some of the spring counters, and you want to monitor what happened next day. So if you see next day come with up by increasing volume, you know that likely there is a shakeout. Okay, likely there's a shakeout. So front can also holding by the moment after the spring. Okay, so some of the discounter here, actually I think I got GradTech here too. Okay, GradTech. Yeah, I think some of the spring counter also I actually added, okay, over here too. Okay, any other counters you want me to look into before we close? Okay, sorry, can I go through all the counters? But again, you get the ideas, right? How we actually look for the counter from the screener. Then from there, I will add into my list over here. Then later on, I will park my alerts. Okay, let's say the price pull back, hit the price that I want. Then yes, from there, I'm going to look for the entry. Okay, actually, my alerts already full already. This is my TradingView premium account, got 400 alerts, but all full already. Okay, I cannot add new alerts here. So, okay, now GOB interesting because GOB is a pocket pivots. Okay, GOB is a pocket pivot. Okay, any member here still remember what is pocket pivots? Okay, this is one of the section that we teach during the masterclass. Okay, GOB got a pocket pivot. Okay, but the reasons why I didn't really share a lot on GOB because of the uptrust is too high, right? So sometimes it can make another round of wash before they goes up again. So okay, now here in daily chart, we got lots of sound strength. This is the NS. Okay, after this upthrust over here at the top with high volume, price make a big pullbacks. Okay, again, this is pretty normal. You see upthrust high volume, right? Weekly chart, okay, got 2 NS and it stay above the gaps. Okay, so overall I think it's okay, but just that what I would phrase that sometimes it try to retest, push back. Okay, because here to here can be a lot. Okay, again, this is a 20-30 cents counters. Okay, and only goes up again. But anyway, this is a nice pocket pivot. Okay, I actually looking into GOB because I think my first trade is somewhere around here, but a small profit only. If let's say I didn't able to enter some of my counters that I like for example Anchor and Y, maybe I'll go for GOB. Okay, so sometimes it's good that you have a list of stocks so that if let's say this one miss, then at least you got others to look for. Okay, so okay, now ScopeNet, I will look into ScopeNet and K-Power before we close. Okay, ScopeNet. Okay, wow, ScopeNet also very nice, huh? Okay, I don't know why I didn't really monitor for ScopeNet, but if you watch ScopeNet closely, this is shakeout patterns. Okay, here we got a big shakeout. Okay, press pushback, yeah, but no pullback. Okay, but anyway, they are hitting this resistance, almost hit this resistance. Okay, I hope like Adaran, they will make a pullback a little bit. Okay, yeah. So that's why I got this. Sometimes I pop my alerts, but I forgot. Okay, so yeah, I got my 2 alerts over here. So hopefully they make a nice pullbacks. Okay, but if you want to look into the setup itself, this is a shakeout pattern. I think it's pretty good. Okay, this is for Nick. Yeah, it's kind of similar like Adaran, shakeout, and they try to go into the resistance. Volume is pretty good, I have to admit. So yes, I think likely to break, but again, the question is whether they will make a pullback before the breaks or not. Okay, this is the one that we cannot really predict. If I can predict, I already millionaire already. But hopefully, yes. Okay, because yeah, I think the setup quite nice. I kind of like the volume. Okay, hopefully around like 1.27. Okay, would be nice. Okay, so K-Power also make a nice reversal with increasing volume. Okay, pretty good overall. So this is the change of trend. This is the downtrend. High volume, line change. Okay, again, do bear in mind, reminder for members, during downtrend, if you really want to trade, okay, this is for new member. If you are advanced already, you can buy on back holding, stopping volume, no problems. Okay, but if you are new to technical analysis or VSA, one thing to remember is that you want to trade when the green pentagon comes with high volumes. Okay, trade green pentagon plus high volume. Okay, so that's very important. Okay, now if you notice here, downtrend, green pentagon, no volume, or maybe small volume. Okay, average volume. Okay, not a big volume over here. So this one is much more better. Okay, I think K-Power, yes, pretty good overall. Okay, pretty good overall. Now, okay, there's another counter I forgot. I think mentioned by one member, Mei Feng. Okay, yeah, I didn't add over here. I should add over here. Oh, because I know already. Because I want to break up, so that's why I removed the other day. But this one I think is a also like a beginning. Okay, so here we got high volume. Okay, they retest lower NS. Okay, and goes up 16%. Okay, and I have to tell you by on Friday I missed by a bit. Okay, because I saw the NS, I queued I think 1 bit lower, but tak jadi. Okay, but tak jadi. Yeah, I cannot add my alerts already lah. Okay, can I add my alerts? Okay, I think I should remove 1 alerts from here. Hashtag, I got 2 alerts over here. Okay, I remove 1. Okay, go back to our one tag. Okay, I just add my alerts. Okay, now again, if you like bottom reversal, scope. Okay, why? Scope bottom come with increasing volume. Okay, now this is a trade that I post out in my TikTok channel. So moving forward, also if let's say I spot some interesting counters, that having this kind of patterns, I will post it into there. Okay, the TikTok channels over there. So here, increasing volume, 9%. Okay, but anyway, I didn't trade this counter because it's below 20 cents. Okay, so yeah, now I try to trade above 20 cents or 50 cents. Okay, but the setup is good. It kind of similar like R110. So that's why I'm interested in R110, but unfortunately I missed by a bit. Okay, so right, I think I will close my section here today. Again, hopefully this section here can help you a little bit to understand better on first of all about warrant spread analysis. Second, on how I actually use the screener dashboard to look for a stock idea. Okay, so everything starts from here first. Okay, so from here, I will come to here to look into where is the support resistance. Okay, the chart that I showed you just now, the one that up and coming, our new features will help you to identify where is the low risk area for you to enter. Okay, which is we are referring to the pullback. Right, hopefully we'll be ready by next month. All right, okay, Ying say can comment on ETH. Okay, sure. Okay, thank you, Wei. Welcome, Wei Lan. Okay, so let's look into some Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, actually, I didn't really follow for quite some times. Okay, but I know that I'm making a nice reversal. Okay, let's look into where's my layout? My layout for the for crypto. Oh yeah, okay, over here. Okay, maybe look into these few crypto counters. Okay, then we're going to close. Now they actually make a nice reversal. Okay, now one tricks to trade this. Okay, so whenever you see high volume, right? Okay, like for example now Hata, all this also, but you don't enter it yet, okay, because now it's high volume, it's still pretty uncertain. Okay, but if you really want to trade this kind of counters over here, whenever you see high volume, okay, some of the tricks are using VSA, right? So here, notice the high volume, right? Whenever the price close about the high volume, actually you can go for long, but short terms, okay, because we don't know here we have inverse pullback or not. But so far, no uptrust. Okay, so far no uptrust. Okay. Oh, so Ying, you enter back at 1700. Wow. Okay. Right. So making money right now. So far the movement is still pretty healthy. No sound uptrust yet. Yeah. Of course, the minor pullback is expected. Okay, because now actually I didn't really into crypto anymore. Okay, I mean I'm still interested in crypto, but not into this directly. So I'm more looking into like Riot, Mara. Okay, Riot, Mara also move up around 100% already. Yeah? So here to here. Okay, also 100%. Okay, here is a nice pullback with NS. Okay, 44%. Right, so that's why now is a good time, okay, to look into US market. For those looking for long-term, use weekly chart. Okay, use weekly chart. Okay, works. I don't know. For me, I think it works very, very well. Okay, I do after we do some back testing, works very well. Okay, so here, of course, losses is expected. Not everything is 100%, but again, I say for members, you need to add a little bit more, okay, on VSA. Like for example, here widespread candles, you don't jump in immediately because this is maybe a buying climax. Okay, you wait for like a pullback entry. At least here, you drop further, your losses is very, very small. Okay. So right, thank you everyone for joining me this section over here. Well, if let's say I spot anything nice, I will share a video more, or maybe I'll post into my TikTok channels there. Right. So with this, thank you and have a nice Sunday.